Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn, and in this video, we have another practice speaking test with Akbarshokh from Uzbekistan. Remember, if you'd like to have your own free practice speaking test with feedback, or if you'd like me to check your IELTS writing tasks, I collect all of my candidates from two places, my Facebook group and my Telegram channel. Links to both of those are given in the description below. Candidates are always selected at random for the free tests. If you want to avoid the randomization process and you'd prefer to have a paid speaking test or writing check, then check out my website, expertexaminer.com, where you can find a whole price list. Anyway, let's get into today's test. Enjoy. Good morning. My name is Glyn. Would you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Akbarshokh.
And what should I call you?
Shock, just
Okay, thank you, Shah. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Where do you live?
currently I am living in Uzbekistan, which located part, Asian part of the world, and
And which town or city do you live in?
I am living in Tashkent, which is the capital of the Uzbekistan.
And what do you like about living in Tashkent?
In Tashkent, we can face a lot of facilities which we need, and in there we can communicate not only with Uzbeks but also with the tourists because tourism is also developing today.
And is there anything you'd like to change about Tashkent?
Can you repeat?
Is there anything you'd like to change about Tashkent?
Yeah, of course. If I had a chance to exchange or improve the things, I would choose the public transportation because our public transportation is very not very well or new, and we can face old public transportation and especially in the hot weather they can they have not air conditioner.
Let's talk about the cinema now. How often do you go to the cinema?
Uh, I prefer go to cinema at the weekend, especially when I did all my tasks because I am preparing for the IELTS exam so that I have chock a block with my
Thank you. When did you last go to the cinema?
uh, I went to the cinema 3 or 4 days ago with my friend Jamshid.
And do you prefer watching films in the cinema alone or with other people?
As I said before, I went with my friend so that I prefer to go with body such as with my family or with my friends. It depends on my mood
Why do you prefer to go with other people?
because when I am alone, I very feel boring because it's not very interesting going alone.
hmm And what do you think of the food and drink that's usually on sale at cinemas?
Yeah, of course. I bring with me kind of snacks because during the cinema I I prefer to eat something because when I have nothing I feel worried.
hmm Let's talk about science now. How interested are you in science?
Uh, Actually, I interest in science such as the technology because it has some uh, effects on our daily life, such as the um, kind of scientific research which we really need to our daily life.
And what do you remember about science classes you had at school?
When I am s- 13 years old. When I am a student at school, I remember one subject is named by mathematics. And during the lesson, our teacher is providing the lesson very interesting and attractive. We we very interested and learning it, searched it very interesting.
And would you like to learn more about a scientific topic in the future?
Yeah, of course, because as I said before, my future job is to being a teacher, and I must research this kind of information or um, things, because I should tell about it to my students
Okay,
and
thank you.
providing the lesson interesting.
Thank you. All right, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you'll have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Mhm. I will now share the topic on my screen. Can you see the topic? Can you see the topic?
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. I'd like you to talk about a time when you were in a stressful situation. Your 1 minute of preparation time starts now. Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you'll have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I will let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
I talk about a time when I was a stressful situation. It's falling from the exam. Uh, It's actually happened about 3 or 4 years ago when when I was a student at school, and at the end of the school year we should take the exam kind of subjects. When it comes to history, my teacher was required from me to talk about the one book about Salmon's history. It's a book named by Salmon's history, and uh, I- uh, in my humble opinion, I very hate this subject because I am a very lazy people. I was very lazy per people, so that I have not any patience to read the whole book and talk about the like give the summary to the teacher. And so that my teacher said me that if you don't give me the summary, I failed you uh, from the exam. And I have no idea to do that, and I feel very like stressful, and during the this time I have not ever been the stressful until this exam, and I require another
Okay, thank you. All right, so you've
requirement.
been talking about this time when you were in a stressful situation. Let's talk a bit more about stress now. What kinds of things do many people find stressful?
In my country, it's traffic jams is very popular. During this moment, they get very stressful. Uh, I think it's
Why do people find traffic jams stressful?
because they wait and they should go to their work very quickly. So that they have no more patience for this waiting.
Mhm. And do you agree that we are more stressed nowadays than people in the past were?
No, I think it affects to their mental or physical health, because when they stress, they can they may be lose their kind of like kind of they and they did affect it to their mental health.
So who do you think found life more stressful, people today or people in the past?
I think it's yeah, our young generation, because when they watch it kind of short videos, they lose their patience and they cannot focus on the one thing very a long period, so that they become a very stressful and very lazy kind of behaviors.
What advice would you have for someone who feels too much bad stress?
I think they should stop using digital devices and go to the nature, and then they should breathe very fresh air, and it should be 10, at least 10 years, 10 days.
And do you think stress is always bad for our health?
I think it's very um, it has very kind of factor to our mental health, because when you stress, you lose your patience, you lose your uh, uh, behavior, and you you become a you become a very bad behavior person.
Can you think of any situations when stress can be helpful?
I don't think so, because I think stress is very effective behavior, so that uh, just I didn't see any kind of uh, advantages of the stress
Mhm.
or positive effects.
Let's move on now and talk about giving advice. In what situations might our friends ask us for some advice?
Especially when they face kind of various type of issues about related to their lives, related to their education, and they prefer to ask advice from their, especially from their mom, because mom is very kindful, very person who uh, you can easily get a friend as a friend.
Can you be specific about the kinds of situations when we might ask our mums for advice?
Uh, 2 years ago, I got advice from my mother when I face difficulties during my um, uh, education and my preparation for the CFR exams. And then I got advice from my mom, and she told me that you should never give up, and you try again and again, and this one simple word give me the very I search this very motivational.
And finally, do you agree that you should only give advice if someone asks you for it?
Can you repeat?
Mhm. Do you agree that you should only give somebody advice if they ask you for it?
No, I prefer when they struggle with something. I prefer to give advice. Yeah, I don't care if they ask or didn't ask. I prefer to give advices. It's the moment which they need this advice.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this practice speaking test with Akbarshokh. Let me know in the comment section what score you think the candidate deserves for this performance. And as always, I'll make my own follow-up video probably tomorrow with my own comments, analysis, feedback, and importantly with my own marks or scores for this performance. Remember, if you'd like to have your own free practice speaking test with feedback, or if you'd like me to check your IELTS writing tasks, you can get more information on how you can get this on my Telegram channel or my Facebook group. That's where I collect all of my candidates. Candidates are always selected at random, and if you'd like to avoid the random process, you can book a paid speaking test or writing check on my website, expertexaminer.com. That's where you'll find the price list and all of the details. Anyway, more videos from me coming soon, but for now, bye-bye.